Hey guys, welcome back to part 5 of house number 10. So I know it's been a long week because this is Friday and we still haven't finished the house, but you know, we're almost there when it comes to the outside. Well, somewhat. So we are going to finish up the roof. As you can tell, I did do a little bit more to the roof since last part, but it was really easy stuff that I figured, hey, it's a lot of monotonous stuff. Why not just get it out of the way? Because basically, as long as you just keep following the outline of what you already had, you're going to end up with what I have now. Now, I didn't do the trickiest part on purpose because the thing we're about to do can be the trickiest part of this entire house. So first off, we're going to be at the front working on this window, like the bay window as I like to call it, because I don't know exactly what they're called. So what we're going to do, I want you to take out some stairs, some quartz stairs, and we want to have these be upside down stairs here. Just like this. We could even just do this to make things a little bit easier on us. Just add quartz on top of the quartz slabs the pillar quartz that you already have. And you'll see why. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add upside down stairs going in front and right above our pillar quartz. I always get the two mixed up. It's hard to say. And then we're just going to turn this one and boom, just like that. Now, if you don't like how this looks having just this opening area, what you can do is just make this into a solid piece. Only problem when you do that is I like to have this be a corner block, so you might have to do a little bit of rearranging to make it look correct. So I'm going to do the same thing to this side as well. So if I want it to be this way, I need to turn it. Oh wait, hold on. So I want to make sure this can get a little bit tricky sometimes. So this needs to be there, right? Okay. Jax. He's playing with a dart. My friends and I were messing around with like miniature darts the other day. And perfect, so we're good there. Okay, so now we will need a couple different materials. So you will need your cobblestone slabs and your stones, or cobblestone stairs as I like to call them. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off at the very front. So take your stairs and put your stairs all the way in the very front, excluding these two corner blocks here. That's where you're going to put a slab on both sides. And your slabs are going to cover all three of these front corner blocks here, just like that. Okay, really simple. Now, the ones right here on the very edge, we're going to put a stair here. And we can basically just kind of replicate because it's supposed to be like a perfect circle. But I'm just going to put two for now because you'll see why. So next what you're going to do is with these stairs right here, we're going to extend these up 2 blocks. Well, I guess just one. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side too. So boop. We're just going to send this up 1 more block. So it's a stair step of 2 so far. Now, when you come diagonal this time, we want these to be full blocks. So when you actually look at it, it looks like a slab, but it's actually a full block. So it's kind of hard to describe, but it's a slab full block, okay? So I'm sorry if that doesn't make any sense. I'm trying my best to describe it the best as I can for you guys. And this will be symmetrical, so it should be somewhat easy to remember. And then basically in the front, we're just going to have the stairs this time. You don't have to exclude any of the corner blocks or anything. And if you made it exactly the way I have it, what you should be able to do is have just a plain full block here right next to the stairs, which is something we want to do. So, boop, 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 and full block. Let me take some more swiftness there because we ran out. So we're looking good. So we're almost done. So next what you're going to do is you're going to put a slab here on this corner, like right next to the block that we just added. Boop, boop, just like that. And do the same thing on the corners. I believe that's right. Yep, it looks correct. And so then what you're going to do is you're going to have stairs just like this on both sides. Boom. Add to this side as well. So again, you should have 1 block left here. And what we're going to do is, again, make a full block out of it. So again, it should look like a slab. And so if we did it correct, we should have 3 stairs here at the very top as far as we have now. So, like I said, this can get somewhat tricky, but, you know, it's kind of hard to describe. So basically what we're going to be doing now is we're going to make a 3x3 square out of full blocks here. There we go. And we're just going to make these into full blocks. So if I put this here, so it's a slab. So the best way to do this would just be put a stair, but then make it to where it has like a corner stair kind of look, okay? Do the same thing over here. So boom, boom. And basically we're going to do this on all 4 sides, because if you think about it, this is supposed to be symmetrical. So for that to happen, it would have to be on all 4 sides. And so that's what we're kind of doing here. Boop, boop, and boop. Perfect. So next, you just need to extend this up 1, just like that. And then last but not least, you just need to finish it off with little square here, just like this. Boom. And then you just put this at full block. And what we can even do is, did I do that correct? Oh, or do we just want this here? So we just want this one here like this, but then we can put slabs on both sides like this. There we go. That's how we want it to look. And then we just need to have 2 blocks come up like that. And, or should we just have it be 1? Let's have it 1, but then take out your cobblestone walls. And let's put the cobblestone walls up 2 blocks like that. Maybe even just 1, and then maybe add just a regular fence on top of it. And boom. So now that part is finished. As you can tell, that's why that was the most difficult part of the house, because it is very hard to describe it. And, you know, it's not hard necessarily, but it does take some time to get it correct the first couple times. And okay, so now all we have to do is connect this with the main part of the roof that we have left. Because that's the main thing that we have to worry about now. So this here, we can connect all of this together now. And that was the main thing that we were having to do, was we needed that to be done so we could actually, you know, finally get done making the roof. So we finally got that done, so we got that taken care of. Now when you get to this stair here, just get rid of it, those stairs that we had, and just extend this all the way out. And then just continue with what we were doing. So if you did it correctly, everything should kind of work out together. You should have perfect corner stairs. If you didn't make it correctly, you might have something off by another block. You might just have to restart. Maybe go look back at what we just did. I mean, I think I described it pretty well, but I'm not going to know until I read your guys' comment on it. So now we're basically going to finish out the roof, finally. So it's pretty simple from here. I mean, pretty self-explanatory stuff. You know, just follow your outlines that you need to. And when you get to here, boop. Again, some of the stuff is I did off camera because there's no point to do it on camera when it was just going to take up, you know, time. So I figured, why not just do it off camera, because it's really easy to do. Just, you know, follow what you've already been given with your slabs and everything, and you should end up with what I already had. With this here, you're just kind of, you know, we can make a slab here, there to finish that one off, with a slab also here to connect the 2 roofs together. And then a slab there to block off that hole. And now it's just finishing off this extra part of the roof. So this is the really easy part. It's just pretty much a perfect rectangle at this point. So all you have to do is just fill it in, and you should end up with a perfect little roof that finishes off this house, which I've never been so happy to finish off a house, I will admit, because the title of this is a mini mansion, but if you look at how many parts this house has taken, it's taken 5 parts. Usually a lot of my bigger size mansions are almost done in 5 parts, because I don't like to keep my houses into too many parts, because I feel like people lose interest in it. But, you know, with some of these houses that have more detail, you kind of have to, you know, sacrifice time for parts. So I don't want to make my parts too long, but at the same time, I don't want to make it to where I have a house that's 23 parts, you know. To me, that's too long. People are going to lose interest. And I feel like you're just dragging things on at that point. Because I know you can always add more detail, but, you know, I like to give people the shape of the house and let them run with it. That way I feel like it's a little bit more fun for you. It's like, okay, so I have a good shape, but what else can I do to it that's mine, you know? But that could just be me. And voila, we finally have a fully finished roof, which is taking us, I think, just about 3 parts. So we're pretty close to being done with the house, besides the interior, which might take a couple parts as well. So this house is definitely going to go into next week, guys. This too wide, the fireplace here, and we're going to extend it up a little bit. And so just like that. And we're just going to extend it up just like this. So it should, I'm going to make it go up 1 block higher than the roof right here. And then I'm going to put stone with our flower pots on top. And what that kind of, I like the flower pots, which is, this is a design I got from the server I play on. And I thought it was really, really ingenious because it's small enough to where it looks like the heat could come out, So is this something that was really small that they added that was really cool? So we got the roof done. We got a lot of that done. So what we're going to do now is I want you to take out white stained clay, some grass, and you will also need like some oak leaves or just any leaves of your choice. So we're going to start working on some of the, some of the yard work. So what we're going to do, come to the front, we're just going to make a little planter here. It's going to look pretty simple. It's going to look just like this. And then all you're going to do is put your grass in here. Now I did start it 1 block away from this entrance here. So, and you should just be able to connect it with what we already have here. Now let's do the same thing on the other side here, but this one's going to be a little bit different. So we're going to extend it, and we notice we only have 1 block here, that's fine. When we get past this turn, we're just going to turn it in 1 block, and then kind of finish it, and then we can kind of just finish it off like that. So really simple, not too bad. I think it's pretty simple, like I said. So let's just finish this off. Boop, boop. And just small stuff like this can really add more features to your house. And this house, I'm not sure, but I don't think I've really made any house with a garage on the side of the house. So this might be one of the only few houses I've made like that. And it is a little bit different because, how you have to turn the driveway and do stuff like that. It's not like it's a big deal, but it's just one of the things I just thought about. So there's that. So now what we're going to do with the leaves is basically we're going to put leaves in front of the house like this. As you can tell, I'm just kind of like randomly putting them. And like what this kind of does, it just adds, more feature to it. And as you can tell, like I said, I'm just, randomly putting them and like just like move my trigger around, just pressing it. Because like I said, this kind of adds a little bit more, green to it, adds more character. So I think this works pretty well with what we have. And it doesn't have to be just like a lot of leaves either. Like I know I put quite a bit, but if you look at it, it kind of looks natural now. It kind of gives it that extra look. And we can even do the same thing over here if we wanted to. So, boop, 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 boop. But if you do have floating leaves, make sure they're not floating. Kind of put something underneath it. That'll make it look a little bit better. And so we can just do stuff like this to kind of make it feel a little bit better. And I don't know, it adds more character to it. So, boom, there's that. And you don't have to take up all the grass, It doesn't have to fill up every single spot. Let's see, what else could we do? So I do know on the back here, I did add something off camera. I'm not sure if I told you guys about. So right here, I basically just added white stained clay 1 block away from the pillars here. And what I want to do is actually just add leaves underneath this to kind of just cover it up a little bit, make it look like there's foliage. What is that the right word for that? Foliage? I know it's somewhere like that. And so again, it's kind of like randomly placing it. And if you actually want me to fully do the backyard, let me know in the comments because the backyard might take a couple parts. I could always make it like get the interior done and then maybe go back and do the exterior. But I want to know what you guys think about doing that first before I do it. If we do want to take out our white stained clay again, we could even kind of like extend this out a little bit and just kind of have it connect with the place here, and that way we don't even need to have that. And so all we're going to do is just kind of fill this in with grass like we did on the front. I know I like doing stuff like this because it adds more depth. It makes it feel like it's not a flat map. And one thing I was actually considering doing is let's get rid of the thing right here of that pillar and let's make it into a full block piece and have it come all the way over and stop like right here underneath the stair. I feel like that was just a good idea to do, and we can just keep it like that. So then we have that. Let's add more leaves. So again, just randomly placing them. And I like when you just like randomly place them because you get these different features than you would if you were just like trying to like randomly place them or strategically place them. Because I can just do like, small stuff like this. And if I don't like it, I can go in and just fine tune it with some of the smaller stuff like this. So I think we got a lot of that. Let's see. How much time are we sitting at right now? We're at 15 minutes. So we have around 5 minutes left. So one thing I want to do, I want you to get your fences and your fence gates. And you also need a block of your choice. I'm just going to use grass because I already have it out. And what we're going to do is, this might be a little bit different. I've never really used this in a tutorial. What we're going to do is we're going to take a fence post and stack it up right here on this cobblestone. And we're going to stack it up to about, where would be a good, like right here in the middle, like right above this brick stair. And we're going to connect it like this, okay? And you're going to do this on all four corners like this. And again, you'll see why here in a minute. We're doing this. You guys might have seen this design before because it's pretty simple. But it can be kind of like complicated because it just how it works out. And just kind of connect these two together like this. Boom. And we can even just connect these two with plain fences. But what I like to do is we could just put, if we go one block underneath and just put a kind of like a layer that we're going to be getting rid of. This is where we're going to be placing the fence gates. The fence gates will actually act as like a, what are those things called? I'm not exactly sure like the name of them, but we'll be able to place them a little bit better, I think. So all we have to do is just do this. And again, this is a design that I learned from the guys over on the server I play. And this is just a really small feature, like I said. Now, the reason you have to have this bottom block is you, at least on console, you can't place fence signs like this unless you have a block underneath. But once you get rid of it, they stay there. So you don't have to really worry about that too much. So just get rid of all the grass that we place now. Just try not to get rid of any of the brick, even though we could easily replace it. And voila. So just a small little feature. We could add some seating underneath there. We could add a little light. So hopefully, okay, that didn't get rid of it. So if I do, oh, I didn't realize it was that high up. So maybe just do this. If I crouch, there we go. So it's somewhat in the middle there. We can have it come down a little bit. If we place a piece of glowstone, which glowstone is right here, with glass panes, we can make a little chandelier for this. And all we have to do is just do something like this. Really simple. And we can just put the glass panes going all the way around it. And voila. Now this feels like it would be a really comfortable place to sit. But then to finish it off, we're just going to put glass panes going around this small little area to kind of make it feel a little more secluded. And perfect. I think we're looking fantastic. And the last thing we're going to do before we call it quits for this part is we're going to do a fence. Now for the fence, how about we use, what would be a good thing to use? We'll use brown wool or brown sand clay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start my fence basically like right, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks away from the fireplace, more towards the front. I'm going to extend it out a little bit because I have quite a bit of space. Maybe extend it out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. I'm going to turn it all the way back to basically where the road ends. And that's where I'm going to stop it. So right about here, 3 blocks away from the road. Turn it. And this should give us plenty of space for our backyard. And I'm going to stop it right about here. And we're going to have it come back towards the driveway. Now, I didn't make it connect with the house because if the driveway is here, right? I want to kind of have it come all the way over and connect like this. Reason for it is if I get rid of this, we make the fence, too tall or whatnot. Maybe even 3 tall might work. Let's stick with 2 for now. But I'll make my gate 3. Now what we have to do is take iron bars and just do something like this to make a small little gate. Maybe make it 4 wide, because then we can put 1 here in the middle. Why can't I? Oh, because I don't have this here. There we go. I can change that later on. I'm not sure if I like exactly. Maybe I'll make it like this. So maybe just 3. How did I do it originally? Boop, boop. Ah, here we go. So I just need to have... There we go. I think that's a pretty good fence, you know. It gets its job done. So, bye-bye, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. I'm going to finish off this fence. And for the floor on the interior, so you guys can have that done by next part, which will be on Saturday, since, you know, this house is taking up a little bit of the week. What we're going to do is probably use oak wood for the floor, and I will show you where to put that here in a second. I'm happy I remembered to do that, so I didn't catch you guys off guard and make you guys wonder, like, well, what's he going to use for the floor? So, let me finish that off. Perfect. So, for the floor, you're going to take out your oak wood, and we're going to start the oak wood right about here. So, right here where your doors start. Now, when you get to the garage area, I'd probably stop about right here where this window ends. So that's where I would stop it and just fill in the rest of the space. So bye bye guys, thank you so much for watching. The interior for this house might be a little bit better than my usual because I'm not going to be going off my interior. I'm going to be going off somebody else's interior who's an amazing builder. So if you do want to see this original house, I will have a link in the description for the download. Well, not for the download, but for the server, so you can go check it out and see it for yourself. So bye bye guys, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.